Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting through some of the noise in the world of customer management platforms.
A lot of noise to get through.
There is. We've been looking at a new 2025 comparison of two big names, SleekFlow and Respond.io.
Right.
And our mission really is to help you filter out all the marketing speak and figure out which one is the right fit for your business, right
And
now.
what's so interesting is that the analysis makes it clear they aren't really competitors for the same user.
What do you mean by that?
They're competitors for the same business journey. SleekFlow is designed to make getting started feel really clean and easy. It's that approachable starter kit.
And Respond.io.
Respond.io is built for what comes next. It's for people who know from day one that they're going to need some serious infrastructure to scale up.
Okay, so let's dig into that. Starting with SleekFlow, the review keeps calling it clean and simple.
It is. It's designed not to be overwhelming.
So who is that ideal user then?
It's really for small businesses, maybe smaller teams inside a bigger company.
And they're just trying to get a handle on the basics.
Exactly. They just need to centralize their main channels. Think WhatsApp, Instagram DMs, Facebook, all in one place without a huge setup process.
And the analysis pointed out this specific e-commerce vibe to it.
Yeah, that's where it really shines. It makes chat-based selling just incredibly easy.
How so?
Things like sending a product link or creating a payment link right there in the chat window. It's all very seamless. It's the breezy option for a quick sale.
But I have to ask, is nicer or breezier just a nice way of saying it's missing key features? We're talking about business tools here.
And that's the trade-off, right? That's the critical point the analyst made.
Okay.
It feels fantastic when your message volume is manageable, but it starts to feel pretty limiting once your operations get more complex. You hit a ceiling.
So it's simple, but that simplicity has a cost down the line.
Precisely.
Okay, so let's pivot. If SleekFlow hits a wall, how does Respond.io handle that scaling problem? The review says it offers more everything.
More everything is a good way to put it. More channels, much more advanced automation, more ways to route conversations.
But doesn't that just make it complicated to use?
Not necessarily complicated, but definitely more complex. Think of it like an automatic car versus a high-performance manual race car.
Okay.
They both get you down the road, but one gives you way more control. Respond.io has, more knobs to turn.
More control and more capability.
Exactly. For instance, with Respond.io, you can build these really granular rules. You can route a conversation based on a customer's location or even their recent purchase history.
And SleekFlow just can't do that.
Its built-in triggers just aren't designed for that level of logic. It's a different league.
That makes a lot of sense. So when they say the automations are on another level, what does that unlock for a larger business?
It unlocks true enterprise-level workflow control.
Give me an example.
It means you could have, say, 20 different global support teams, and the system can assign conversations based on custom criteria that you set. It's built for that kind of heavy lifting.
So it's not just about social messaging.
No, it's for businesses that need to integrate everything, including email support, into that same conversation thread and need that complex routing to make it work.
So let's bring this all together for you, the listener. The core takeaway seems to be a choice between immediate ease,
Which is SleekFlow.
and planning for future power and scale, which is Respond.io.
Yep. SleekFlow feels nicer when you're small, but the consensus is that Respond.io is the better long-term tool if you expect to grow.
So the foundation is just stronger.
A much stronger foundation. It makes you think, though.
What's that?
Well, if a tool feels super simple and easy right now, are you unintentionally sacrificing your ability to adapt when your message volume suddenly explodes tomorrow?
It's a great question.
Which trade-off is actually more expensive in the long run? A bit of complexity up front or hitting a hard functional wall in the future?
That really is the core decision you have to make. You need to think carefully about your projected growth, not just where you are today when you're looking at these tools. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.